Hello, good day, greetings, and welcome to another exciting race of Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. We will be following our local hero, our local genius on 150cc, Toad, and it will be glorious. We will be starting out on the Mushroom Cup, and here we go. Now, if one were to press the gas button just after the first light of the little flying person has gone on, then you'll get a turbo boost. Sadly, he pressed it too late, so he will not get the boost, but he will be getting these coins on the floor, which no one else seems to be getting for some unknown reason, but I don't care. We are all about Toad, and he's getting a mushroom, which gives him a slight shortcut opportunity, simply because the mushroom is in fact a turbo boost. Now, the coins actually also increase your maximum speed, and it caps pretty much at 10 coins. But if you get hit, you will lose coins, so it's not a bad idea to get as many coins as possible. The red shield is a homing shield and will go after the person one space in front of you, but you have to be careful not to hit the walls with it because it will stop moving the moment it does. The bananas are pretty self-explanatory. You put them on the floor, and if someone drives over them, they will slip for a moment, but you can also shoot them in front of you by holding forward, which I'm sure the opponent will show you at some point. Now, the AI actually has its own set of moves. Toad just hit the princess in one of her own special shrinking mushrooms with a red shield. But yes, as I said, the opponents have several special moves, like the princess can throw mushrooms around which shrink the enemy, and Toad, why did you hit that pipe? Why, Toad? Why? Toad ending at the third place, not starting off the race too well, but it's only the first race out of 5 for this cup, so there is still a lot of possibilities. But for now, Toad is third place, and total getting 3 points out of possible 9 per race. Donkey Kong first place, Mario second, Toad third, and Yoshi on the fourth place. And we start the second lap, round 2. It looks like Toad is going for the turbo, and he got it! Amazing sauce, and he will now be showing up the green shell. Now, there is also 2 possibilities with that one. A, you can hold backwards, and B, and it will drop it on the floor. And Peach just got hit again. It is not looking good for Peach. Peach is left way behind in this race, but she might make her comeback in the Flower Cup. Who knows? I don't. We'll be seeing that in the future. But as I was talking about AI special abilities, the AI has an infinite amount of weaponry. They do not need to pick up anything. They've got plenty of stuff in their own little storage. So they leave all the good stuff for Toad, which is nice of them. But yes, Donkey Kong can throw an infinite amount of bananas and can always jump over his own stuff. So if he sees a banana, he'll just jump over it and he will not be hit by it ever or ever or ever. Sadness indeed. But for now, if all of this he has to work, but for some reason he doesn't jump over the stuff Toad throws, which is very nice of him. But he just hit Mario with a green shell. But fortunately, Mario is very, very fast indeed, that's what she said, and therefore will easily catch up with everyone again to sit on his comfortable third place position. And will he hit? No! He missed Donkey Kong with the banana again. Who will get hit? Oh, Mario got hit by the banana again, therefore bringing him back to the 5th place. Not looking good for Mario since it is the last lap, so he's going to need to hurry up to get in that top 4 and get at least 1 point. But it is not looking... No, he did catch up on Yoshi, and Toad managed to hit first place. So he's slowly gaining on Donkey Kong, but he still is at least 3 points behind in this race, seeing as he will only get 9 points, and Donkey Kong will get 6 for a lucky 2nd place. So he still needs to win, he needs to end before Donkey Kong at least 2 more times, and it will all be fine and dandy. Starting up the 3rd race, he is not going for the turbo. It's for some reason it's pretty difficult to do so when you're on first place position, so he is not risking it. Getting some coins from a question mark box, which is kind of unfortunate, but at least kind of useful in the first lap, so you can kind of hoard those coins. Very useful indeed. Going into the 2nd lap, the tracks are not too long, but they are still very tricky, and if your enemy throws an infinite amount of bananas behind you, you have to be careful or bad things will happen to you. He's going to risk it again with that green shell, not hitting Donkey Kong again. Very much a shame indeed. Not sure who he hit, but it looks like it was Princess Peach who once again bit the dust in terms of hitting things that are lying on the floor. She should be more careful. But by now it's way too late for her anyway, so really, who cares? But Toad just got hit by a banana and is currently on 3rd place, but he got a lucky feather, which allows him to jump for a long distance, which is very useful in this track for one particular reason, which is this, a shortcut, which saves quite a lot of time. And in the last box, he got another pair of coins, which is not very useful at this point, but he is 1st place, so it is all looking good. And finished! Toad is dominating this race, folks. He is really going for it and is currently tied with Donkey Kong in terms of the total leaderboard. 2 more races to go, and then we will see who wins this race. But for now, it's definitely looking fortunate for Toad. He only needs to be ahead of Donkey Kong for 2 more races. Pretty much everyone else has been terminated from this race because they're at least 9 points behind. And I think some are even 11 points behind, so it is looking pretty good for Toad. As you may have noticed, Toad starts off with 2 coins now. The further behind he gets, the more coins he starts off with, which is nice, but for now he starts off with 2 and hits that wall. Not a very smart idea indeed, but you live with it, and he is still very much in the race. Throwing a green shell on that jump, but it doesn't look like it hit anyone, so that was kind of pointless. But, well, you don't need to use everything productively in the end, I guess, so hitting that turbo, very good idea indeed, because I think that AI for some reason can't use turbos, which is kind of silly, but that is simply the way the cookie crumbles and the way this race works. So hey, they get plenty of their own special powers. I mean, Mario gets an infinite amount of stars, so fairness does not equal in this race. Getting a turbo again, it might have been a better idea to go for those 2 turbos on the left side, but I guess they are a little trickier to hit, so therefore he's going with the safe route and just hit that 1 turbo. It is definitely looking good for Toad so far. Toad is dominating the race, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like he is really far ahead of everyone else, although Donkey Kong is definitely gaining on him, but must not hit that thwomp too often or you will be hit in the dust. At least it didn't land on him because that would be very unfortunate indeed. Missing Bowser only just with a green shield is, well, it doesn't really matter because he was very far behind anyway, so it would just be kind of mean to hit him at this point really, but that's a small detail. Very small amount of people that aren't laughing Bowser at this point. But it doesn't matter. Toad is at the end of the race. 1st place for Toad, 2nd place for Donkey Kong, 3rd place for Mario, and 4th place for Yoshi. It never gets old indeed. 5th place for Peach and everyone else. They're left in the dust. They do not matter anymore. Right now, the race is definitely between Donkey Kong Jr. and Toad, but it looks like Toad definitely has the upper hand. Final track of the Mushroom Cup. Let's see who will become the winner of this magical tournament. Not going for the turbo again because it is simply too risky. He does not want to risk it. But let's see what he gets this time. He gets a banana, which can in fact be very useful on the stage once it gets thrown on the turbo in the middle. Because if you slip there, then you are in a lot of trouble, which Mario will definitely demonstrate at this point. Because as you can see on the map below, he did not make the jump and has to go over it again. He is currently last place by a reasonable margin, and I don't think he's going to make it on top anymore. Didn't hit anyone with that 2nd banana, definitely not too convenient, but hey, he's still on 1st place, so he doesn't really need to worry about anything at the moment. Donkey Kong has not thrown a single banana yet, which is kind of strange, but let's just go with it. Throwing another banana and hitting Donkey Kong! Toad has pretty much won this race now because, as you can see, Donkey Kong is very confused by that banana and will from now on probably miss the jump so many times that it's not even funny anymore, and I think even Mario managed to gain on Donkey Kong at this point. He missed it 3 times in a row, there is no question about it. Toad has won this race. And it really is over. Toad getting a turbo, nearly lapping Donkey Kong here. No, definitely lapping Donkey Kong, doing a large jump and winning the race. This was definitely an interesting race in the end, but alas for Donkey Kong, he could not make that jump. Oh dear, indeed. That was the end of the Mushroom Cup. Toad definitely first place, Donkey Kong in the second place, Mario in the third place, and Yoshi to the fourth place. Let's go to the large fish, which has trophies inside it for unexplainable reasons, and then flies off majestically into a Toad! Why, that... Don't you hate it when toads shoot your fish? I mean, really, it's really quite annoying. But 150cc Mushroom Cup race, Toad wins the gold! And we go on to the next race, which is the Flower Cup, and I will see you there.